like that. Alright. Almost gotcha. Almost gotcha. Alright. Well, alright. Shall we do it? Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Nice. Alright. Namaste. I'm Ezichiade. This is the Golden Circle Movement Channel. Is Johrei real? Can you prove Johrei? Let's talk about that. First of all, make sure you like this video. You're going to want to watch this one all the way to the end, because you really don't know which way it's going to go until the end. So, first of all, let's talk about I have a comment from Dr. Perception. Sorry it took so long to get back with you. As you can see, there were a few things going on. But he asked, are you able to explain how are we sure the source of Johrei is 100% white light? So ultimately, this leaves us to prove the existence not only of Johrei, but that is to say, it is white light. Okay, I better take my shoes off for this. So, let's be very specific, okay? So, I happened to take some notes so that we could at least have a basic, I guess, a foundation to discuss what it is that we're discussing. So when we say Johrei, what we're referring to is the spiritual healing practice originated in Japan by Mokichi Okada in the early 20th century. Now, Johrei practitioners believe in the existence of a divine light energy called Johrei. They direct this divine energy toward the recipient through their hands or by intention, I should say, with the goal of promoting spiritual growth, physical healing, and overall well-being. I should make a special note that this breakdown, this analysis, was given by ChatGPT, who, being connected to the internet, has had the opportunity in a few milliseconds to check all Johrei and conclude what the basic principles of Johrei are. Okay, we're not talking about nature farming or ikebana. We're talking about the definition of Johrei. So then, ChatGPT goes on to say, the notion that Johrei source is 100% white light is a belief within the Johrei practice. However, it is important to recognize that energy healing modalities are often based on personal experiences, subjective interpretations, and individual beliefs. Scientifically verifying or proving the nature or source of energy in these practices can be challenging, since it falls outside the scope of conventional scientific understanding. What this means is that if you believe, then yes. Conversely, it does not say so, but if you do not believe, then you may not find it effective. But let's go a little deeper. Ultimately, the effectiveness of these healing modalities is often assessed, I should say, based on personal experiences and anecdotal evidence. If you have experienced different effects from each modality, it suggests that the techniques, intentions, and approaches used in each practice may have distinct impacts on you as an individual. It's essential to explore and find the modality or combination of modalities that resonate with you and provide the desired results. So, if I may interpret in lay terms, ChatGPT says, and this is also an continuation of our understanding of AI and Johrei, AI and spirituality in general. But uh, ChatGPT says that a different practitioner may give different results because their knowledge, their experience, even their genetic makeup may have something to do with the amount of energy that the recipient receives. For those of you who are more on the Johrei side and want to understand it from that aspect, you can look this up in the Foundation of Paradise, the chapter, the, what is it? The Force of Nature. No. Yeah. Something like that. I can't remember the exact title. But so ChatGPT says that one practitioner, one practitioner's training may allow one practitioner to have an advantage over another. Furthermore, it may require more than one modality for a specific type of healing and for your belief system to accept this type of healing. So, from my own personal experience, I have questioned the truth, the validity of Johrei. Is this real? Is this uh, psychosomatic? Is it just in our heads? Is it just a sugar pill? Are we really just healing ourselves? How do you know that Johrei is white light? If you have an answer for that, I'd love to hear that in the comments, please, if you would. Um, Especially if you are a minister, a center head, a lay leader, a long-time member, maybe a lay minister. I would love to know your belief. Do you believe that Johrei is 100% white light, meaning divine light? And how would you prove it? Well, while we're considering that, I will tell you this. Having been what some may call a longtime member, some have called me a missionary, a lay leader. Some today call me minister. But when I first learned of Johrei, when I received my first dose of Johrei, I wasn't sure. I had many questions. In fact, I figured the best way to answer my questions would be to receive Johrei and to see for myself. So I did. And I did. I cannot tell you that I was healed of some great malady, but I was unemployed. I was very depressed. I was smoking cigarettes, and I had a bad relationship. I was just not happy, feeling fulfilled. So, upon receiving my first Johrei, I noticed something that I hadn't felt before, and that's pain in my left knee. In fact, I hadn't felt pain in my left knee since back when I was in high school, when I sprained my knee and my ankle. But of course, since they gave me those injections in my knee, I had never thought about those things again. Occasionally, I might limp or feel a little stiffness, but I never noticed anything out of the ordinary until that Johrei. And it was like the pain where the injection was hurting. This told me something happened. Yes, it wasn't ideal, like a pain being removed, but it was an indication that something happened. Okay, so then I received my focal point. When I received my focal point, if you looked at it and saw the light reflect off of it, it looked blue. Another person who received his focal point the same day, his looked orange. Another person, theirs looked pink. So it's as though our resonant field, just at its baseline, caused a reaction in the devices. Later, it changed to white. But that was many years later, actually. So I will tell you that over the course of the few years when I was beginning to practice Johrei and went to different places to administer it, like hospitals, AIDS hospices, places where there were very, very sick people. Well, I noticed that first there was resistance. They did not like us. They didn't want us there. But then, as we gave more light in that location, as we set a matsunorito and filled the spaces with light, not only did people welcome us, they participated in our services. They received Johrei. 4 patients were discharged. Instead of dying in the hospice, as it was, if you will, meant to be, they did not. Now, where these patients are today, one of them I know only lived 7 years beyond being in the hospice. But when I met him, he was moments away from death. He was in an iron lung and he couldn't even lift his head to see my face. But I watched that same gentleman, pink, rosy faced, and a little chubby, and walking upright. He was discharged and went on to live 7 more wonderful, productive years. Now, is that white light? Is that divine? I don't know. But I can tell you, in my own life, I have faced dark forces, forces that uh, wanted my destruction. They were actively reaching for my destruction. But when presented with the Amatsu Norita, when presented with white light from my hand, they did not. They didn't stay. Hey, Ivan, how you doing?
I tried calling you, but your phone's off.
Yeah. Oh, so we're gonna talk a little bit later. To be continued. Yeah, we ran out of cash, so there you go.
Yeah,
no more
okay.
no more phones.